Welcome back to another episode of Learn from Me, Sis. Today's conversation is a deep one, raw, real, and painfully relatable. I'm sitting down with someone incredibly close to me, my girl, Minnie, to talk about things so many mothers carry in silence. What happens when protecting your child makes you look like the bad guy? Now, before we get into it, let me give you a little backstory. Minnie and I go way back. We held each other down through motherhood, stress, growth, and the messiness of starting all over. We've taken breaks as friends, came back stronger than ever. She's one of the strongest women I know. And in this episode, she opens up about a situation no mother wants to be in, choosing between your child's safety and the illusion of co parenting peace. This is about gut feelings, mother's intuition, and the emotional war that comes with doing what's even when the world tries to make you feel guilty for it. So let's get into it. Like I said previously, this was a conversation between Minnie and I that we had. Minnie is a single parent of two kids. Her daughter is 14. She's nonverbal autistic. She has a 3-year-old daughter, and she just does the damn thing. Like, you know, her journey with parenting with her oldest daughter, being a single mom with her as well, she handled every step of the diagnosis with fucking strength. And not once have I ever heard Minerva say why. So, yeah, that's a nice little quick little summary. So, let's get into it. The fact that you have allowed her to go over to her house when you didn't want to, she sleeps over when you didn't want her to, she is over there when he's not fucking there, like you didn't want to. What you're doing right now is you're protecting your daughter, and that's all that fucking matters. And you're still extending the olive branch, thinking about the well-being of your daughter, and still in the back of your mind, like a little quiver, thinking about his well-being and saying, like, if you want to meet up, it's fine. You're just not taking my kid to your house because of all of the things that have been happening. I don't trust it, and you're going with your gut, and it's valid 100%. 100%, Minnie. Like, you feel bad because you're a good mom. You are a good mom and you're thinking about the well-being of your child. That's why you feel bad and you have to drop that.
Yeah,
I,
and that sorry.
no, go.
And that's my thing. It's like I just keep going back and forth. Like this isn't what's crazy about this all. When this happened, I literally was talking to Tay Tay and was like, every single time that she leaves her father's house, and without a doubt, like literally every single time she gets picked up from her dad's house, there's an injury. Why
Can
is
you
that?
go
And
over the injuries real quick? Like what
so,
they've been through?
so the first couple of times was like a gash on her leg, a cut here, a bruise there, because I'm that type of mom. Like, I've had experience with Naila. Naila is a nonverbal 14-year-old child. I can't trust everyone around me, so I have always like looked at my daughter after she's been somewhere, like her body. Is there anything on her body? And that's the main reason why I got divorced when I got married, was because my daughter's nonverbal and I saw a handprint on her hand with the person who was taking care of her, which was my wife. So anyways, I've accustomed my brain to do that for I don't know the last 14 years. So what do I do with Lyra when she comes back from her dad's house? Is I I give her a bath almost every time she comes back. I look at her. I always, what is new. Now the injuries that have occurred and have come, it's not from her father letting me know. It's literally I find something and I'm like, hey, what happened here? It's never a report to me. So then one of the last times was a black eye. He said that she got hurt at the park. It always seems to be that they're at the park and she gets hurt this way. So the black eye that happened, and then recently was when she got picked up, not by me, but by Taylor, and it was like, oh, she needed help getting into the car seat, which, if you know my child, she's as feral as they come. She jumps off the car seat, runs in the car seat. The girl's 3 years old and knows how to start a push to start car. So I mean, she can manage in the vehicle. When she got in the vehicle, she needed assistance, and she was claiming that her shoulder was hurting. um After that, I let her father know. I mean, I asked her father because, like, yet again, her father doesn't let me know the incidents that happen in the home. I literally have to ask myself. So I ask him what happened. He tells me that she is faking it and that she is not in pain. The reason he says this is because she went to the playground and she tells him that her shoulder hurts, but then forgets about it. Like, I don't know, a typical 3-year-old would, because they're kids and they play, but if they're constantly telling you that there's pain, there is pain. So, yeah, the last incident was the clavicle, and I made it to myself to say, "You're not going in there anymore." And what I was saying with the story about, like, what's crazy is that every single time I say that she goes there and something happens, guess who? The other person that lives with me, Kiana. Kiana, before she heard me in my side of the store or whatever, she was like, "Dang, why is it that when she leaves her father's house, she has a new injury?" Clearly, I'm not the only one that sees and understands the indications that when she leaves her father's house, she's not being supervised. I've been with this man for, well, we've had a complicated history. I've lived with him for the last, like, what, 3 years? Because I was pregnant and stuff before that, and I was not pregnant as well. I've seen him as a father, and I've taken care of his children while he was there as well, and he doesn't really pay attention. He's like, prime example, Kevin Hart. "Hey, you better not be in that toilet. You better not be in that toilet." That is him as a father.
To a
He's
T.
watching anime to a T. He's watching anime, the kids or whatever. Does he go out with the children? Yes, maybe you take them to the park or something. Other than that, when they're at home, he's involved in his stuff, and he's been in school, so he's probably doing schoolwork, probably watching anime or playing video games, where he's not 100% attentive to the children. Now, I have been grateful and blessed that, you know I have people who take care of the kids and, watch their everything. And when I was in the household with him and his children, I would be that person. If they're in the living room, I am in the living room. If they're in their room, I am there as well. So yeah, the supervision and stuff are totally different, and the structure and the parenting are definitely two different parenting styles, which is okay, cool, whatever. But I have decided that I'm not going to take her there anymore because now my daughter has a fractured clavicle. When does it end? I mean, does her head have to be bashed in? Does she have to have a broken arm? I mean, I think a fractured clavicle is a means to the end here. But I do keep fighting with myself. Like, dang, she's a 3-year old. She loves her dad. She needs her dad. But in the sense, I'm like, I have to keep this kid safe.
And I think it's very important that like you give yourself space and you acknowledge that, you are kind of definitely beating yourself up. It's okay that you are, but at the same time, like, you don't need to. You're doing what's right. You, no matter what, you have all intention of protecting your daughter and doing what's right for your daughter. And that means sometimes doing the hard shit and not
Yeah,
letting
man,
somebody.
because this has been hard in itself. I have swallowed so many things that I have not felt comfortable with. I mean, from the beginning, the way that this woman came in there, like he didn't just like, oh hey, we're breaking up, everything's all cool. No, he just literally was like, oh, I'm leaving this house and I'm gonna now live in this house. Literally, night and day. The same day that he left his own home where he had a lease and everything, I wasn't even on the lease, he was. He goes to another woman's house and has been there ever since. I have swallowed my daughter going over there. I have swallowed my daughter having sleepovers over there. I have swallowed so many things, and I just can't seem to swallow this one. As much as I get insulted and all these threats from him, I'm all set. Like I do feel bad, but I'm probably gonna keep fighting with my brain, but I know that I'm going to keep strong and not let my kid go there because yeah, no. And I'm glad that I have documentation and stuff, and I don't want to mean like, malicious and just having a court stuff, but I know it's gonna get this way. Maybe not so much when I go to Arizona, but I don't feel comfortable him. He wants the deal of, oh, I get her for the summer times. I don't feel comfortable with that.
Oh hell no! Not after what? No,
Not
you.
after this. Like, I don't feel comfortable with that. I don't. No, no, I don't. I'm sorry, and that's why I screenshotted the paperwork, his text messages, everything. Because at the end of the day, like my goal is for my kid to grow up in a nice, healthy environment as much as I can put it. Unfortunately, I didn't grow up in a healthy environment, so I have things that I'm trying to like break and
Then
whatever.
you
And
are, sis. You are because you have broken generational curses that you're
to
like. No, you are definitely doing that already.
and it's so hard, especially since after this relationship, I have realized like I don't know, some things I needed to work on and needed to change because unfortunately, oh, excuse me. Unfortunately, I had to, I don't know, hit rock bottom in myself, I guess. I realized that I was becoming basically the monster in a sense, became basically my mom. And my mom, as you know, she has her flaws and she's come from a generation where people don't go to therapy, do this, do that. And I noticed her flaws growing up, and unfortunately, I became that. I became everything that I got traumatized and used to think that was okay, and I realize is not okay. Um, and that's cool, that's fine. But my scent is like I want her to have me healthy and not have me like my mom had me. She was a single mom as well, doing the best she could. But unfortunately, like I grew up and became some of those things. And I just don't want that for Lyra. And if I have to do certain things like not let your dad go over there to your dad's house, then I'm going to do that. As much as you keep having to beat it up in my head that I'm justified in my actions. It's just a little hard. Because I
But
know
that's
his importance and stuff.
percent, and it takes so much courage, and you have to like. I know you know that, but it's again. I have to remind you because it's like you are so fucking hard on yourself. It takes courage
Yes.
what you're doing. It takes courage to fucking want to change, to notice, to look at yourself in the fucking mirror. Let's be real, like that. It takes a lot of courage for that. So let's acknowledge that and always keep on bringing that back to the forefront. So then it's easier for you not to beat yourself up or give space to that
Yeah, I'm working on
negativity.
it. I'm working on it. But I even extended the olive branch. I was like, hey, what's up?
Hmm.
Like, I'm not letting her go over there anymore. The doctor literally just told me she can't jump. She shouldn't be running. She can't be on the playground, basically to keep it, on the down low. I don't see that happening at her dad's house. I don't see her for 6 weeks or whenever, because he only takes her, what, 4 days out of the month? I don't see it happening. when she is there the couple of days, and I don't want that to hinder her healing time either. I let him know that if he would like to see her, I am more than happy to meet him. We can have lunch, we can whatever, like we can figure it out for him to see his kid, but I'm not she's not sleeping there anymore. I'm not gonna wait for, oh yeah, her clavicle is not able to heal well because it wasn't, taken care
Rested
of, or
enough.
oh my gosh, now her shoulder's messed up too because I don't know, she hit herself and she's been running and you did take her to a playground. I don't want to chance it. I don't want to whatever. But like I said, I extended the olive branch. I keep getting like, I don't know, like I'm such an awful parent, and I'm also moving to Arizona, and now I'm also even making a bigger effort to keep his kid away from her, which is not the case. But whatever, I will take it. I currently have him blocked because after I sent the pictures, he was just being very rude and disrespectful, and I wasn't trying to hear that. I'm probably unblocking it, but for right now, I'm keeping my peace and keeping my kid out of harm's way.
Good for you.
It happened at your house, and I'm the one running around.
Yeah. The fact that you said she was faking is wild. She's three. What 3-year-old is faking pain? Has she ever faked pain before?
She has from her dad's like surgery and stuff. She'll be like, "Oh, my shoulder hurts." Ah, just kidding, like daddy. But nothing like whenever she's in pain, she doesn't lie about that. Like,
She
if you're
doesn't really.
consistently
She doesn't
telling me,
lie anyway. Not to
no,
me
dude, that
yet.
girl tells me, like, I really literally ask her and she just be telling me stuff. And it literally be accurate how it be happening. I remember that day when I was like, oh my gosh, Christina got into a car accident for like a week. Oh my God, Christina, is it Christina okay? Mom, Christina got into a car accident. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Uh, but
That's
yeah, so that's so annoying that I'm the one running for this and this girl.
what Minnie shared today took courage. So let me say this clearly. She's not a villain. She's a damn good mother, and making the hard choice to protect your child, especially when it means conflict, criticism, or cutting someone off, takes strength most people will never understand. To any mom listening who's ever felt guilt for following your gut, I see you, I feel you, and I want you to know you are not wrong. Your child's safety matters more than anyone's comfort. Thanks for tuning in, sis. If this episode spoke to you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with another woman who needs to hear it. Drop a comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts or stories. And remember, we are healing, growing, and learning together. See you in the next one.